Hello, football fans out there, and welcome to another great, exciting episode of the Gridiron Glory. Here with Will and Tad, bringing you coverage of all 32 teams, all the action of the NFL season. Just two guys here covering all 32 teams. We really hope that you love football as much as we do, as we are here to bring you arguably the game of the week between the Ravens and the Bills on Sunday Night Football. It was certainly a classic showdown for the ages. And Tad, I want to ask you really quick, where would you rank this game amongst Sunday Night Football games in history that you know?
Yeah, I mean, this was one heck of a game to start the season out. I mean, it's hard to remember a better Sunday night football game, especially a season opener. I mean, just the vibes were immaculate in Buffalo. I mean, it felt like Baltimore, they were going to run away with it for a while, and then Buffalo just did what they can do. I mean, when you have Josh Allen, I mean, you're never out of a game. Just, you can't let up.
You can't let up. Very, very important to note that the Ravens were up by 15 points with less than 4 minutes to go, but the Bills do end up winning this game 41-40. So we'll start with them on the winning side here, which was won with the walk-off field goal by Matt Prater at the end of the game, who they just signed a few days ago. So shout out to him first and foremost, more than anything on the Buffalo Bills side of things. Matt Prater, outstanding game-winning field goal, insanely clutch. But everything that led up to that, I mean, 34-19 going into the fourth quarter. I mean, Bills fans they were already starting to leave their seats. They were already starting to leave the stadium and everything. So a lot of Bills fans had already checked out of this game. Um, yeah, Josh Allen, of course, 33 of 46, 394 yards, two touchdowns. Also 14 carries for 30 yards and then two rushing touchdowns. So Josh Allen he's the former MVP for a reason. And he went out there and, all 60 minutes he played exactly like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to rank Josh Allen number one amongst quarterbacks in the NFL after a game like this. To be honest, I did before the game as well, and there's nothing that he did to make me doubt that ranking. This is, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Uh, yeah, former MVP, so going out there doing MVP things. I am a big fan of Josh Allen and what he can produce, what he can do, his leadership. If you were somebody that watched Hard Knocks on HBO before the season started, like myself, you certainly can appreciate everything he does for the city of Buffalo and this Bills team and Bills Mafia. I mean, they love Josh Allen there, absolutely. So he's very much a celebrated guy in the city of Buffalo. Um, yeah, looking at James Cook, 13 carries, 44 yards, and a touchdown. There were some big times where James Cook made some big plays and everything. I mean, flashier than what the stat chart will show you, but um, I think that James Cook is a very tremendous running back to have in this backfield behind Josh Allen, and he was a big part in why this Bills team got the win.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that 51-yard catch he had, that was one of the plays where you realized the Bills, they were going to do what they could to try to punch back and stay in the game. At that point, they were still well behind, if I recall, but that was just a big play there. I would definitely rank James Cook as a top 10 running back in the league.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt about that for sure. Um, and then Ty Johnson as well, two carries for 24 yards. Shout out to him as well. But yeah, looking at the receiving core, Keon Coleman, 8 catches, 112 yards, and a big touchdown. And same with Dalton Kincaid, 4 catches, 48 yards, and a touchdown there. But specifically talking about Keon Coleman, the youngster, the 8 catches, 112 yards, and a touchdown. And it really was um, an incredible touchdown catch that he was able to get. And what was going through your mind when Keon Coleman made that big play? And where do you rank him amongst second year wide receivers in the league?
Well, I've been thinking for the last couple years, ever since Diggs left, that the Bills need a wide receiver one level player, and they need Keon Coleman to be that guy. That's why they drafted him where they drafted him, and he showed us why this week. He showed us that he has the potential to be that guy, a very high level game. If you want my honest take on what I was feeling when he caught that touchdown, I was feeling, man, my fantasy team might be cooked. And they did lose that matchup when against Keon Coleman. But in all seriousness, Keon Coleman had an incredible week, and I'm very high on Keon Coleman. I think he can show that he's a top half receiver. Um, can he eventually work his way into the top 10? Maybe eventually, but I think that he's going to show that he's got all the talent in the world and a high powered offense.
I mean, I just feel like him and Josh Allen are getting off to some really good chemistry even after just one game. So Josh Allen and Keon Coleman expect those two to connect a lot this season, a lot.
You would love to see that, yes.
Um, yeah, I mean, you certainly truly would. And Keon Coleman only graded out at a 78.2. I'm a lot higher on him than PFF is for this game. I personally would have graded him a lot higher than that. But yeah, Khalil Shakir, we've always talked about him. He shows up, he does his job, he's great. Um, Dalton Kincaid, Dalton Kincaid specifically, 4 catches, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Um, I would certainly expect Josh Allen and Dalton Kincaid to also hook up a lot this season. And obviously, Dalton Kincaid going out there, and we love Dalton Kincaid here on the Gridiron Glory. We think he's a tremendous tight end out of Utah.
Absolutely. Believers in Kincaid for sure.
You did hate to see the fumble that he did get, so hopefully he can, work on ball security this week. But outside of that, you like the touchdown for sure. Looking at the defense here, obviously to me, in my opinion, the face of the defense probably Ed Oliver.
Yeah, he was certainly the player of the game. I mean, for the Bills defense,
Well, you got
definitely he definitely had some momentum changing plays where, I mean, the Ravens were just running all over everybody. I mean, they were not, nobody could stop Derrick Henry, nobody could stop Lamar Jackson. And late in the game, Ed Oliver was like, I'm gonna be that somebody they're not getting by me. And just the way he took command of that game was, I mean, they needed him to do what he did. 6 tackles, all solo, 3 tackles for loss, 2 hits on the quarterback. I mean, what more can you ask for from Ed Oliver? He is, I mean, obviously, Josh Allen made the plays that he played, and that certainly had an impact. But make no mistake, without the efforts of Ed Oliver late in this game, the Buffalo Bills do not leave their stadium with a win in that football game.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, AJ Epinesa. I'd like to get your take on AJ Epinesa, who recorded one total tackle and a solo tackle on the defensive side of the football. Our first regular season game talking about AJ Epinesa. I'd like to ask where you would rank him amongst Iowa players in the on the amongst Iowa defensive linemen in the NFL, and then secondly, where would you rank him amongst men that have held a snake with their bare hands? Yes, he did in fact do this.
Yeah, some very interesting questions. AJ Epinesa did not see the field a whole lot. He was only out there for 16 plays. You'd maybe like to see that go up a bit. Maybe see if he can get some more playing time in the future. But when he's out there, he has an impact. I think that you could see him trying to get more playing time. I don't know, they didn't grade him out very well, but I think he's still has a lot of potential to be a high level player. And I mean, I believe in AJ Epinesa, of course.
Yeah, fans, we trust here on the Gridiron Glory with Will and Tad. No other podcast or show covers AJ Epinesa the way we do. Every time we cover the Bills, I will always ask Tad what he thinks of AJ Epinesa every game. It may or may not have to do anything with the current shirt he's wearing. Or anything of that nature. But yes, nobody follows AJ Epinesa the way we do on the Gridiron Glory with Will and Tad. So stay tuned. Yes, yes, and he did hold a snake with his bare hands, and it was on Hard Knocks. And he's just a really good dude. He's awesome, AJ Epinesa. Yes, exclusive report on him. I was honestly thinking that Joey Bosa was going to get like for his listen like of all the playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. I was definitely expecting like Joey Bosa to get way more involved. Noting that as well. So all around, just a really listen. This was a really resilient. This was a resilient, not give up attitude from the Buffalo Bills. Like this game came down to like the last 4 minutes, and this game was just a resilient, don't give up attitude from the Bills that they exuded, and just a beautiful job by the Buffalo Bills. Had a beautiful, tremendous job by the Buffalo Bills for them to win this football game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I know you think a lot about the offense, I mean, and what they did, but I mean, they don't win the game if the Bills defense doesn't go their last three drives. You force a three and out, you get a fumble on Derrick Henry, a great play there by, of course, Ed Oliver, Terrell Bernard, they were all in there. And then another three and out. So I mean, make no mistake, the Buffalo Bills in the fourth quarter, their defense really paved the way for this comeback.
Yeah, yeah, they really did. They truly did. And listen, let's start talking about the Ravens now.
Yeah.
Um, you mentioned it. I'll start right there. Derrick Henry. I'm going to start right there with Derrick Henry, talking specifically about him for a second because fantasy owners were really, really happy with Derrick Henry. Okay, let's make no mistake about this. 18 carries, 169 yards, two touchdowns, Tad. I mean, Derrick Henry was just cooking the Bills defense left and right all night long. And specifically that 49-yard run, I was just like, wow, wow. I mean, listen, we pay for our subscription packages and everything to watch NFL football, and boy, is it worth every penny when you watch Derrick Henry do what he does. It just you go to work day by day to live to see Derrick Henry play football. I mean, just incredible. However, he'll be the first one to tell you, and he definitely took leadership and accountability for this. I mean, it's a totally different ball game if you don't fumble that ball late in the game. I mean, just a major yikes moment.
Yeah, I mean, you absolutely hate to see that. I mean, he was, like you said, he was cooking the whole game and then just didn't go the way of Derrick Henry the last three drives, especially with that fumble. But still, I mean, he's an incredible running back. I mean, you can rank him either number one, number two in the league, but he's just an incredible running back. Just his consistency season after season. I mean, is Derrick Henry ever going to slow down? Like people are starting to ask. I mean, generally with running backs, you see them decline like as they get into their 30s, but it seems Derrick Henry, he just only gets better.
And shout out to I really like the cleats that he was wearing. I really think that those were some tremendously flashy cleats. I thought it was very fitting for a king Henry to wear those cleats. So and I think that's what his mantra was. So his the running with the cleats just made it super cool to watch. I don't know. I just thought he had some cool cleats on. That's all. Shout out to his cleats that he was wearing. But his quarterback Lamar, um, it's crazy. We haven't even talked about the quarterback whatsoever. But yeah, Lamar Jackson, 14 of 19, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tad. He was sacked a couple of times. Tad, I would have loved to have seen Harbaugh have Lamar pass the ball maybe a little bit more. And that's not to say that the half of his throws were to Zay Flowers for 143 yards and a touchdown. But yeah, Tad. I mean, and obviously what Lamar Jackson can do with his legs, the 6 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown. Uh, when Lamar was out there doing his thing, I mean, this Baltimore Ravens football team looked exactly who we thought that they could be, and we talked about Lamar Jackson. Listen, Lamar Jackson had every intent to go out here and make a statement. Like, I mean, these are 2 MVP winners, and Lamar wanted to go out there and prove that he was the better MVP.
Yeah, I mean, and through like 3.5 quarters of football, it sure looked like the Ravens were well on their way to make a loud statement to the league that they're here and they're a dominant football team. They're a dangerous football team. And I mean, the game ended the way it did, but I still feel like that statement that the Ravens sent, I mean, I still feel like it was heard loud and clear. I mean, obviously, you wish the game would have ended better, but just the way the Ravens came out to play, if they can bottle that up and just stay consistent through all 4 quarters, I mean, I don't
Like,
think there's a team in the league that can beat the Ravens if they play at their best.
I would say that like 95% of the league they win that game against, but the Bills are one of those top 5% teams that, and really I don't even know if like any other team, to me that just spoke way more about the Bills resiliency. Like, make no mistake, the Ravens played a great game of football. I mean, they had the mistakes at the end and everything, but I just feel like the end result spoke way more to the resiliency of the Bills. I mean, against like I any other team, Tad, you win this game if you're the Ravens. But it's the fact that you were playing the Bills.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, I definitely hear what you're saying. I mean, the Bills definitely take full advantage, but like for the Ravens, I mean, they've had games like this throughout the years where it feels like they're completely dominant and then they just kind of let it slip away. So for the Ravens, they just have to find a way to finish games better. I mean, I feel like that's been a trend the last several years, but we know when the Ravens play at their best, like I said, I don't think a team in the league would be favored to beat the Ravens when they're playing at their best. That's in my opinion. I think the Ravens are like that.
Yeah, I mean the Ravens certainly. I mean nobody's going to tread lightly on the Ravens. The Bills. I mean they weren't able to get away with treading lightly at all. They had to impose their full will. So shout out to them. But yeah, Zay Flowers. Let's talk about Zay Flowers. 7 catches, 143 yards, and a touchdown in that 39-yard play. But yeah, what was your thought when Zay Flowers caught that touchdown? Um, you know, because I would certainly go as far as to say is that he's the face of the receiving room here in Baltimore.
Oh yeah, no question about it. I mean, there's just no question about it. Zay Flowers is an incredible receiver. I mean, the Ravens, I should say, they've needed a wide receiver one level talent for years, and they have their guy, much like I said earlier with the Bills and Keon Coleman. You can say the same thing with the Ravens and Zay Flowers. This is the guy in the receiver room. You love to see him go out, play the way he played. I mean, just an incredible game. And also, shout out DeAndre Hopkins. What an incredible touchdown catch he had.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins, yeah, the 2 catches, 35 yards, but the what an incredible touchdown catch he had. I mean, Ravens Nation was just probably stoked to the absolute max with that touchdown grab. So, Um, yeah, DeAndre Hopkins, shout out to him for sure. And then Justice Hill too. I mean, you hated to see that fumble by Justice Hill. Um,
Yeah, you don't want to see the fumbles. That is one thing they could clean up. I do also want to very quickly give a shout out to the Ravens offensive line. They were absolutely dominant for a strong majority of the game. Tyler Linderbaum at center, Ronnie Stanley in the tackle position, just some incredible blocking there. They were the two key cogs that helped the Ravens rushing attack do what they did for 3.5 quarters.
Absolutely, yeah. The 169 yards from Derrick Henry does not happen without center Tyler Linderbaum grading out at 90.5 there at the center position. Incredible run blocking ability for Derrick Henry. Linderbaum and Ronnie Staley plugging holes left and right for Derrick Henry to run through. So incredible, incredible offensive line play by the Ravens for sure. But yeah, moving forward, just want to touch on the Ravens defense. Um, yeah, when it comes to the Ravens defense, there were, a lot of great coverages and a lot of great stops and everything like that. Some big time plays, but more than anything, one player that really stood out to me watching this football game all the way through, Kyle Hamilton, the safety, and he's just so fun to watch. Just never boring to watch Kyle Hamilton. And I would personally like to ask, where would you rank Kyle Hamilton amongst some safeties specifically in the league?
I mean, I think I'd have to rank him at the top of that list myself. I mean, I think I there's nobody that I would comfortably put ahead of Kyle Hamilton. So I'll just say for now I'm putting him number one. I mean, obviously, like the Bills, they went out, they did what they did. They scored 41 points, which is even more incredible considering some of the quality play we saw from the Ravens defense. This is not a bad defense, but the Bills kind of treated them like they were bad. Kyle Hamilton went out and had the game he had. I don't know. I mean, it's a tough one for the Ravens defense. Obviously, you want to get some more stops. You want to be able to shut down your opponent at the end there, but
I
I
mean,
mean, I don't feel
even
like they did a whole lot wrong.
even that touchdown pass late in the game by Keon Coleman. I mean, the defense, the defense, there was a force like basically tipped because of the defensive coverage. So, like Josh Allen, like just to me, it's just shout out to this. Just speaks volumes to Josh Allen. By the way, some of this intense coverage by the Ravens, by Kyle Hamilton, and guys like Roquan Smith and Travis Jones, and bringing some heavy pressure all game long. But yet, Josh Allen listen. The Ravens didn't do a bad job. Just speaks to who you were playing more than anything else.
I will say one thing on the Ravens defense that did concern me. Jair Alexander did not look good. He had a very difficult game there, in for 33 plays. I mean, the cornerback room for the Ravens, that might be a bit of a concern. I mean, Awuzie was solid. Nate Wiggins also had a bit of a rough game. I think he can grow and get better, but the Ravens cornerback room, that is one group that kind of got picked apart by Josh Allen. So that was a bit rough, but I think they can bounce back.
Yes, absolutely. They certainly can, and they certainly will. Also, shout out to again the kicking rooms. Matt Prater, we talked about him, and Tyler Luke too. He made some good kicks there as well. Um, yeah, this game just was insane, and the Bills get the walk off field goal, 22 fourth quarter points. Um, I mean, so if you are the Ravens defense, like again, you it was really just more so of the fact that you were playing the Bills. I don't even want to sit here and say, oh, you gave up 22 points in the fourth quarter, so you're a bad defense. I don't want to say that either. It's the NFL. I mean, this is hard. This was a hard loss, a hard win for the Bills, a hard loss for the Ravens. It's just it's hard on both sides of this, Tad.
Yeah, hard on both sides for sure. I mean, I think the Ravens will bounce back. I'm not worried at all about the Ravens. I think they'll be right there at the end of the year. I still feel that way. They're that team.
Next week they do play the Cleveland Browns, their AFC North rival, and then meanwhile Buffalo will be going on the road to play the New York Jets. I really did not have any other final thoughts or take on this match overall, except just I kind of want to see these two teams meet again, and I'll never get tired of it.
I mean, these teams they could play every week, and I would watch it every week. I mean, just incredible, high quality football. Thank you to both teams for the outstanding show.
Yes, absolutely. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow our channel all season long, bringing you great exclusive takes. Two guys covering all 32 teams. This is the Gridiron Glory with Will and Tad.